has achieved much that we can be proud of during 2011, including having the distinction of being the best urban school district in New Jersey, the #2 high school in New Jersey, having not one or two, but 3 National Blue Ribbon schools, among the many, many excellent achievements in academics, athletics, and the arts by our students and team members. Tonight, we will recognize some of these accomplishments. First, through the New Jersey Devils Student Honor Roll Program, 11th and 12th grade students who achieved high honor roll status in the first marking period of the school year will each receive a voucher for 2 tickets to attend a New Jersey Devils home game. This is our second year in the New Jersey Devils program, and I am proud to say that we have 356 junior and senior students who made the principal's or superintendent's honor roll during the first marking period. I will read a letter written by Jeff Vanderbeek, Chairman and Managing Partner of the New Jersey Devils, addressed to our highest achieving juniors and seniors. Dear Honor Roll students of Elizabeth High School, congratulations on making the Elizabeth High School Honor Roll in the first marking period. I am sorry I am unable to attend this evening's meeting to congratulate you in person, but my duties call for me to be at the Prudential Center as our team is on ice tonight playing against the Boston Bruins. The New Jersey Devils are an organization based on hard work and dedication, characteristics you have clearly displayed through your accomplishment this marking period. On behalf of the Devils organization, I am pleased to recognize your achievement with a visit to the Prudential Center so you can cheer for the Devils. It is always a pleasure seeing the students of our state reach their goals and accomplish great things, and I hope you continue to move forward on a most successful path. Congratulations again, and I look forward to seeing you at the Prudential Center in the coming months. Best, Jeff Vanderbeek, Chairman and Managing General Partner of the New Jersey Devils. We thank Jeff Vanderbeek and the New Jersey Devils for their generosity in recognizing and rewarding excellent student achievement. Will the students representing each high school please come forward when I call your names? From John E. Dwyer Technology Academy, Lillian Fuentes and Hilda G. Bonilla. From Thomas A. Edison Career and Technical Academy, Shivani Kumar and Suaina Kanchan. From Elizabeth High School, Nayeli Riano, Jonathan Yakubov. From Admiral William F. Halsey Jr. Leadership Academy, Anna Gambetta and Tanya Carla Capi. From Alexander Hamilton Preparatory Academy, Vikas Javed and Brian Castillo. From Thomas Jefferson Arts Academy, Chantel Nigare Babbitt and Lola Sierra. Congratulations once again. This evening, we are also recognized as excellence in our high school sports program. Daniel Labrador, head coach for girls high school volleyball, please join us as we recognize several volleyball players for their excellent achievements. Please come forward when I call your name. Sarah Regha, finished as number 2 blocker in the state. All Ledger Group 4 third team, all Union County first team all Washington Conference. Carla Juan, all Union County second team all Washington Conference. Nicole Soriano, third team all Washington Conference. Deja Johnson, honorable mention, all Washington Conference. Clarissa Cepeda, honorable mention, all Washington Conference. Lanisi Castro, honorable mention, all Washington Conference. Alexis Booker, honorable mention, all Washington Conference. Great job, ladies. At this time, we would like to honor our high school football team for playing hard all year and advancing to the Section 2 Group 4 Finals. John Quinn, head coach of our high school football team, please join us. Congratulations. We want to honor the following student athletes for their outstanding achievements. Please come forward when I call your name. Philip Walker, NJSIAA All-State Second Team Offense. All Ledger Group 4 First Team Offense. All Union County First Team Offense. 2011 Fall All Ledger Top Performers Passing. Mid-State 39 First Team All Watching Conference Offense. Eliza Hughes, NJSIAA All-State Second Team Offense. All Ledger Group 4 First Team Offense. All Union County First Team Offense. 2011 Fall All Ledger Top Performers Receiving. Mid-State 39 First Team All Watching Conference Offense. Jermaine West, NJSIAA All-State Second Team Defense. All Ledger Group 4 First Team Offense. All Union County First Team Defense. Mid-State 39 First Team All Watching Conference Defense. Donnell Hubbard, NJSIAA All-State Second Team Defense. All Union County First Team Defense, Mid-State 39 First Team All Washington Conference Defense. Kyle Ward, All Union County second team offense, Mid-State 39 second team All Watchung Conference offense. Jihad Thomas, All Union County second team defense, Mid-State 39 second team All Watchung Conference defense. Kason Campbell, All Union County third team offense, Mid-State 39 second team All Watchung Conference defense. Paul Jones, Mid-State 39 second team All Watchung Conference offense. Omar Pineda, Mid-State 39 second team All Watchung Conference offense. Ezekiel Villafana, Mid-State 39 second team All Watchung Conference defense. Desmond Haynes, Mid-State 39 honorable mention All Watchung Conference defense. Akram March Williams, Mid-State 39 honorable mention All Watchung Conference defense. Congratulations. Good job, guys. Good job. Coach Quinn, would you like to say a few words?
I want to take this opportunity to thank Pablo Munoz and all the board members for the wonderful support of not only our football program, but all our initiatives in the Elizabeth School District to support the student athletes, particularly our academic mentoring program. One of our coaches who was up in front of the board this evening, Nathaniel Harris, is our academic coach. It's been a wonderful program for our kids. Our athletes right now are training in a newly expanded Edison weight room. It's been a tremendous asset to our kids. And also the renovated Williams Field locker room facility, which has been a tremendous benefit to all our athletic programs. Last, I just want to, it may seem that we're a little bit light tonight, but we have 6 student athletes who are participating in the basketball team against Plainfield right now. So we miss them tonight, but we want to recognize their efforts as well. Thank you very much. At this time, we want to present the board members with autographed plaques from the football team and coaches to commemorate our appearance in the state finals this year. Thank you very much. Can we have the football players back up front, please, for a moment? Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Coach. As you can see, it's not only excellence in education and the arts, but in athletics as well. Now, head coach for girls high school soccer, Antonio Almeida. Please join us as we recognize several of our girls high school soccer players for their excellent achievements. Please come forward when I call your name. Tomoya Brown, All Union County 3rd team, 1st team All Mountain Conference. Paula Viana, 1st team All Mountain Conference. Amanda Lins, honorable mention, All Mountain Conference. Monica Flores, honorable mention, All Mountain Conference. Maria Calle, honorable mention, All Mountain Conference.
Isipan ko sa'yo.
At this time, will Joseph Cortico, head coach for boys high school varsity soccer, please join us. We want to congratulate the boys high school varsity soccer team for their outstanding season for advancing to the Section 2 Group 4 finals. We'd also like to recognize several players for their individual achievements in soccer. Please come forward when I call your name. Ezekiel Say, All Ledger Group 4 2nd team, All Union County 2nd team, All Union County Coaches Association 1st team, 1st team All Washington Conference, 3rd team All State Central Jersey. David Sorrilla, All Union County 1st team, All Union County Coaches Association 1st team, 1st team All Washington Conference, 2nd team All State Central Jersey. Diego Quintero, honorable mention All Washington Conference. Gustavo Zambrano, honorable mention All Washington Conference.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank the Board of Education the opportunity of recognizing our student athletes. As John has mentioned, we have a tremendous amount of support from board members, and from my business administrator comes to every soccer game. Every time I turn around, there's the business administrator. And I thank you for your support, sir. And at this time, I would like to call on my varsity team. You know, we had a very good season. We basically went to the Group 4 sectional finals, and we scored the goal. We were winning, but they took the goal away from us on offside. We were forced into overtime, and then we lost in overtime. So it was a very disappointing situation because it was a good goal, and we should have won that championship. But that's how it goes. You know, not all refs are experts, and we have to forgive and forget. You know, that's life. Okay, at this time I'd like to call on my varsity players. Please come up so they could be recognized. Giovanni Bryce, he's a senior. Ezekiel, say he's here. Raise your hand, Ezekiel. Andre Claremont. Andre Claremont. Andres Duque. Camilo Hurtado. Juan Ondano, Diego Lopez, Harry Malaya, Christian Martinez, Andres Moncaliano, Kevin Olaya, Herton Oliveira, Eduardo Peralta, Diego Quintero, Carlos Rodriguez, Luis Salcedo, Michael Silva, Gustavo Zambrano, and David Zorella. Some of our boys, thank you. And I would like to recognize Mr. Gonzalez. I don't call him assistant coach. He's a coach just like I am. And Mr. Gonzalez is very instrumental. You know, he's young, he's vibrant. He can demonstrate some of the skills that my niece could no longer do. So Mr. Gonzalez is out there, and he really gets involved. So thank you, Mr. Gonzalez, for the support and for your coaching. I'd like to mention, too, that the team made it to the Union County semifinals, and we had one player, David Zorilla. David, can you raise your hand? Okay, David was invited to play in the select team, the New Jersey Central Select Team, and that's a big invitation in soccer. And David, he's a junior, so we're going to expect great things from David next year and all the returning players here. So, again, thank you. Have a good evening, and God bless you.
Great job, gentlemen. Coach Cortico, Coach Gonzalez, great job. Keep up the good work. You guys do a great job down there, so thank you. At this time, will Louis Argandiza and Philip Russo, head coaches of the boys' junior varsity high school soccer team, please join us. We want to congratulate the junior varsity boys soccer team for not only having a great season, but for placing first in the Union County tournament. 2 years in a row. Members of the junior varsity boys soccer team tournament of champions, please come forward when I call your name. Manny Barrera, Brian Beecher, Monfatsan Benaime, Hudson Cajuste, Giuseppe Alberto Canales, Mateo Carvajal, Brian Cordova, Jerry Criollo, Brendan Cruz, Federico Feria, Giancarlo Lainez, Marco Lopez, Jorge Martinez, Brian Matos, David Moncada, Jandy Perez, Luis Pierre, David Rodriguez, Wilmar Lucinque Barron, Camilo Toro, Carlos Ulloa.
Yeah, but everything there.
Congratulations, guys. Job well done. 2 years in a row, Union County champs. Fantastic. Mr. Kennedy?
In the December board meeting, the board passed a resolution declaring January as celebrating State of New Jersey School Board's Recognition Month. And in honor of School Board Recognition Month, we would like to present you with a plaque honoring your dedicated service to the students of Elizabeth.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Pereira, will you read the resolution before you present? Sure, Mr. Board of Education resolution establishing the election of members of the Elizabeth Board of Education as the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November. Whereas PL 2011 C-202 Senate Bill 3148 authorizes the local Board of Education to change the election date of school board members from the third Tuesday in April to the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November, the general election. And whereas such action requires the adoption of a resolution by a majority vote of a quorum of the local Board of Education, and whereas PL 2011 C-202 S-3148 requires that the change in election date remain in effect for 4 years. And whereas PL 2011 C-202 S-3148 eliminates the annual voter referendum on the proposed general fund tax levy, i.e. the base budget which is at or below the statutory tax levy cap, in school districts where Board of Education members are selected at the general election.
And whereas PL 2011-202 S3148 requires that an additional general fund tax levy proposal, for example, for an expenditure in excess of the tax levy cap, be presented to voters as a separate question at the general election. And whereas the Elizabeth Board of Education believes that the financial interest of its constituents is safeguarded by the state's tax levy and the thorough review of the proposed school budget by the Executive County Superintendent and the Executive County School Business Administrator. And whereas the Elizabeth Board of Education believes that more citizens will participate in the selection of its members at the general election than on the third Tuesday in April, and that the higher level of participation will foster positive interest in our public schools. And whereas the Elizabeth Board of Education is committed to the nonpartisan status of school board membership and the nonpartisan conduct of school elections, and believes this principle will not be compromised by conducting board member elections in November. Now therefore, be it resolved that pursuant to PL 2011 C202 S-3148, the Elizabeth Board of Education changes the annual election date for its members from the third Tuesday in April to the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November, the general election, beginning in 2012. Be it further resolved that pursuant to PL 2011 C202 S3148, this change will remain in effect at least through November 2015. Resolved that pursuant to PL 2011, the annual organization meeting of the Elizabeth Board of Education will take place in the first week of January following the November general election, and that the Board of Education's next organization meeting will take place on January 3rd, 2013. Be it further resolved that pursuant to PL 2011 CS3148, members of the Elizabeth Board of Education whose terms would have expired by May 1st, 2012 will continue to serve in office until the January 2013 organization meeting. Be it further resolved that this resolution be provided to Governor Christopher Christie, Lieutenant Governor, Secretary of State Kimberly Guadagno, Richard E. Constable III, Acting Commissioner, Department of Community Affairs, Robert F. Giles, Director, Division of Elections, Department of State, Joanne Rajapi, Union County Clerk, the Union County Board of Elections, Yolanda Roberts, Elizabeth City Clerk, Christopher Cerf, Acting Commissioner of Education, the Division of Finance, New Jersey Department of Education, Joseph F. Passaman Jr., RSBA, Executive County Superintendent for Union County, and the New Jersey School Boards Association. I move the resolution.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Pereira, seconded by Ms. Castillo. Any questions or comments?
Yes, Mr. Masker.
Mr. De Silva, the floor is yours.
I'd like to take this opportunity to commend our board for taking an action that's going to save the taxpayer money and allow more people in our city to get involved in our Board of Ed elections. Because I know over and over again it's said that the Board of Ed elections have low turnout compared to our city elections and our general elections. So this year, particularly be a little different. We're going to get more people involved that will come out for a general election, have an opportunity to have their voice heard, and make sure that the board members that they believe are doing the right work for their children, and for my children as well. So I'd like to commend this board of thinking about the taxpayer first. We're going to save money by eliminating an election process, and at the same time allowing the rest of our residents that normally don't come out to come out and voice their opinion on our Board of Education. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. De Silva. Any other comments? I would just like to say that in our efforts to provide excellent educational experiences to our students, we are also cognizant of the needs of the community. And moving our election from April to the general November election is going to save the taxpayers in the state of New Jersey hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we want to be fiscally responsible and make sure that we are providing the best services for the citizens of our city. Also, it gives the opportunity, as Mr. De Silva says, that a greater majority of people will come out and support the candidates for the Elizabeth Board of Education, as there is generally a larger turnout in the November election. And I think that the citizens of Elizabeth recognize the job that the current board is doing. I would like to just remind everyone of the 3 blue ribbon schools that we have, the number 2 high school that we have in the state of New Jersey, and the citizens recognize that and will support the board in their efforts. And I would like to congratulate the board, so if this resolution gets approved, that on being proactive and leading the community with the best interest of the children. Roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos. Yes, absolutely. Castillo.
Absolutely, yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denoso.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Ferrer.
Yes.
Nazca.
Yes. Mr. Kennedy, will you please lead us through the agenda?
Before we go to the agenda, I'd like to call on our independent auditors and the partner of Mendoza and Partners to present the results of our comprehensive annual financial report for June 30, 2011.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. Good evening. My name is Robert Duva. I'm a partner with the accounting firm of Mendoza and Partners. We were hired in May by the Board of Education to perform an audit of the district's financial statements for the year ended June 30th, 2011. We performed our audit in accordance with generally accepted auditing standards in the United States and standards prescribed by the financial audits of the Comptroller General of the United States, as well as the procedures required by the State of New Jersey Department of Education. These standards require that we plan and perform our audit to provide reasonable assurance that the financial statements of the district do not have any material misstatements in the financial statements. An audit includes examining on a test basis evidence supporting the numbers, the amounts, and the disclosures in the financial statements. An audit also assesses the accounting principles and disclosures used by the district in its financial statements, as well as evaluating the basic overall presentation of the financial statements. We believe that the procedures we perform form a good basis for our opinion. Based on our procedures performed, it is our opinion that the financial statements of the district present fairly in all material respects the financial position of the district as of June 30th, 2011, in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles in the United States. Thank you. I also would like to say that in keeping with the spirit of tonight, that you have a first team all-state finance department with Mr. Kennedy and Dr. Green heading up that department. I didn't come with any awards or plaques, but you should really applaud the efforts of that department as well.
Thank you, Mr. Duva. Do any of the members of the board have any questions or comments for Mr. Duva? Thank you very much.
Moving to the agenda, the first item is the approval of the minutes of the board meetings of December 15th.
Approve the minutes.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Gonzalez, seconded by Mr. Pereira. Roll call.
Burgos.
Yes.
Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denoso.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Ferrer.
Yes.
Nazca.
Yes.
Acceptance of the Secretary's report for the month of November.
Accept the report.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Gonzalez, second by Mr. Donoso. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos. Yes. Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes?
Denosa.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nasco.
Yes.
Tab 2A, Personnel Report.
Move the report.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Gonzalez, second by Mr. Pereira. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos. Yes. Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denosa.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes, with abstention on page 41.
Nasco.
Yes.
Tab 3, Tuition Report.
Move the report. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Donoso, second by Mr. Pereira. Any questions or comments? Roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos. Yes. Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denosa.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nasco.
Yes.
Tab 4A, Considerations.
Move the report.
Second.
Just a second, Mr. Kennedy.
Okay.
Mr. Kennedy, I'd like to amend my vote on tab 2A. I'd like to abstain on page 2 and page 4, please.
To A, page 4. Thank you.
Page 2 and page 4.
Page 2 and page 4. Thank you. Now we're on to considerations.
Well, Mr. Kennedy, abstain on Rosa Martin's on tab 2A.
St. Martin's 2A. Thank you.
What is the pleasure of the board on 4A?
Move the report.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Donoso, second by Ms. Castillo. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Ms. Kennedy.
Burgos. Yes. Castillo.
Yes.
Denosa.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nasca.
Yes.
4B, use of facilities.
On 4B, Mr. Kennedy, move A through 6, waiver of all fees.
Second. Motion made by Mr. De Silva, second by Mr. Gonzalez. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos. Yes. Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes, as amended.
Denosa.
Yes, as amended.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nasca.
Yes, as amended.
For BB, use of facilities with fees.
Move 4BB as recommended.
Second.
Moved by Mr. De Silva, second by Mr. Pereira. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos. Yes. Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes,
Denosa.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nazca.
Yes.
4C, field trips.
Approve the field trips?
Second.
Motion made by Mr. De Silva, second by Mr. Pereira. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos.
Yes.
Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denosa.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nazca.
Yes.
4CC, supplemental requests for field trips.
Move the report.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Gonzalez, second by Mr. Donoso. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos.
Yes.
Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denosa.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nazca.
Yes.
Superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Vice President, members of the board, our audience, public, those watching us on EPS TV, thank you for joining us tonight. I'd like to share the excellence news, things that have happened in the school district since we last had our last board meeting. We have an exciting partnership with the New Jersey State Troopers. The Elizabeth Public School students who are in need of a warm coat this winter are receiving one thanks to the collaborative efforts between the New Jersey State Troopers and the Elizabeth Public Schools. In total, 171 coats were distributed to students throughout the Elizabeth Public Schools. 74 winter coats were purchased through the generosity of the Marshall C. Brown chapter of the National Black State Trooper Coalition of the New Jersey State Police. The coalition has been running the coat drive in the cities of Newark, Irvington, Camden, and Trenton for years. Sergeant First Class Carla Thomas, a member of the coalition, along with Trooper Renato Cruz Jr., a former teacher in the Elizabeth Public Schools, saw a need and added Elizabeth to their annual coat drive. The coalition uses donations from state troopers, community members, local faith group, and local businesses. Principal Lita Tai, assisted with the Elizabeth administrators, donated funds to purchase the remaining 97 coats needed to furnish every student in need with a coat. The New Jersey State Troopers worked with the Elizabeth Public School guidance counselors and social workers to identify those students most in need. The coats were purchased at a discount from Kidstown USA and Old Navy in the Jersey Garden Mall and Homedale. Kidstown USA also generously donated a pair of gloves with each coat. It is wonderful to see the greater community, including our fine state troopers, working together with our Elizabeth Public School team members to ensure that the children of Elizabeth have the items necessary to live and learn and reach their potential, commented Board of Education member Francisco Gonzalez. So I'd like to personally thank the state troopers, the Elizabeth Public School administrators, their leader, Lita Tai, for helping students in need during these very cold days. Winfield Scott School Number 2 received a donation of 4,000 books from Delhi's Literacy Library, an organization that supports reading initiatives in schools and other organizations. Kindergarten students at George Washington School Number 1 had a fruit fest. Fruit was cut into fruit salad with the help of the cafeteria staff. 20 second graders from William F. Howland School Number 22, along with third grade teachers Miss Jensen, Miss Lee Riley, and the Union County Gifted and Talented Association representatives, Miss Smergalia, participated in the Brain Bowl. 4 of our participating Howland students who were on the winning team, Sadie Vizcaino, Hector Akbar's team won first place, while Dency Rivera and Erwin Corretto placed third. Alexander Hamilton Preparatory Academy's Avid Leadership Club organized a tour drive collecting over 400 toys for children of needy families
Under the direction of Club Advisor Mrs. Orenala, students made flyers, collected toys, then packed the toys and prepared them for delivery to the Marine Toys for Tots Foundation in Edison, New Jersey. Thanks to our troops, as part of Governor Chris Christie's administration's Season of Service initiative, the New Jersey Department of Education has partnered with the New Jersey Department of Military and Veteran Affairs to extend holiday greetings to U.S. military men and women who are stationed overseas. Many of our schools and hundreds of our students participated in this initiative. On January 6th, Poisson L'Ouverture, Marquise de Lafayette, school number 6 students from Mrs. Patterson's 8th grade and Mrs. Woolford's 6th grade class visited the World Trade Center Memorial Site in New York City. Kindergarten ESL students at Dr. Antonio Pantoja, school number 27, presented Mother Goose nursery rhymes to their parents, classroom teachers, and other team members. Over the past 4 weeks, a food drive was conducted by the students at Elizabeth High School, by the Freshman Club. Enthusiastic 9th graders collected over 200 food items, including soup, pasta, and canned goods. All food items were donated to the Salvation Army. The food drive was coordinated by language arts teacher, Mr. Newfield. As part of Juan Pablo Duarte, Jose Julian Marti School number 28 anti-bullying initiative, Sergeant Donald Johnson of the Union County Department of Corrections addressed the students on December 20th. Sergeant Johnson immediately captivated his audience of students and team members when he opened his program with his own detailed story of having been bullied in a school as a child. Sergeant Johnson held the audience's attention by discussing stories from his 21 years of experience with gang members who ruined their lives and ended up in prison. His message was simple: your choices have great consequences. He further punctuated his message by informing the students that his own family has been directly impacted by the dropout syndrome that has led to drugs and violence. Terrence C. Riley, school number 7, our newest Blue Ribbon school. 8th grade students at the school participate in a program called My Success Plan. This elective class of students visited Princeton University and Rutgers University to experience the atmosphere of attending college. My Success Plan teacher, Mrs. Endara, discussed the objective of the program, which focused on organization, study skills, and options for college. Activities of the class, such as these class trips, provide a wonderful way for students to be motivated and accomplish the goal of getting into college. On December 21st, 60 members of Dr. Albert Einstein Academy School number 29 chorus and orchestra performed for members of 2 community adult centers, Second Home and Home Sweet Home. Student Viskas Javed, who was here earlier tonight receiving New Jersey Devil tickets from Alexander Hamilton Preparatory Academy, has been chosen by the National Park Service to be a subject of a profile article in the national newsletter. Vikas has been volunteering his time and efforts in cleaning up, repairing, and restoring land within the national parks. All those that are here and at home, you can read all these wonderful stories, these excellent experiences that our student and team members are providing in our schools. You can watch us on EPS TV Live. You can see old board meetings and events on EPS TV. You can watch many of our video programs of our students and team members on YouTube. You can follow us on Facebook, and we are now on Flickr. You can see pictures from the school district on Flickr. 8th grade students from Dr. Albert Einstein Academy School number 29 enjoyed an insightful presentation of cultural diversity and sensitivity with a visit from Dr. Parkash Sen, neuroscientist and devout member of the Sikh community. At Alexander Hamilton Preparatory Academy, Health and Wellness Committee led by physical education teachers Mr. Lonis and Miss Labrador, school nurse Miss Downey, along with students took a on a great challenge in order to raise awareness among team members and students. The students took on the task of preparing and posting informational signs related to breast cancer throughout the school. President Barack Obama writes to students, after reading an article entitled, "Are Pro Athletes Paid Too Much?" the students in Ms. DeMola's 6th grade class at Benjamin Franklin School number 13 were asked to write a reaction essay. The assignment was to either agree or disagree with the article, then make a connection beyond the classroom. Student Clementia Belton not only agreed that professional athletes were overpaid, she also made the text-to-world connection stating that President Obama was underpaid. Camisha stated in her essay that pro athletes were paid millions of dollars for one game per week, but President Obama is paid only $400,000, and he is on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Camisha's essay was mailed to the White House so that President Obama could read the opinion of an 11-year-old student. After weeks of waiting, an envelope from the White House finally arrived at the school. President Obama stated in a letter that young people like you inspire me and give me tremendous hope for the future. In addition, President Obama's letter, Camisha also received an autographed photo of the president, a photo of his dog, Bo, and a diagram of the White House, and 2 activity sheets for students. Using President Obama's words, we would like to remind all students across the world to aim for excellence in everything you do and always seek out new challenges. On December 22nd, 6th graders from Dr. Albert Einstein Academy, School number 29, went to the Meadowlands Environmental Center for the Solar Energy That's Hot program. The program reinforced what the students learned earlier in the year from the Weather and Water FOSS module. It showed various ways in which the sun affects the life on Earth, including the tilt rotation, orbital patterns of the Earth around the sun. 9th and 10th grade students at Alexander Hamilton Preparatory Academy sang and spread holiday cheer at Trinitas Hospital. In an effort to raise awareness of bullying in schools, Robert Morris School number 18 sponsored a parent workshop on bullying. On December 13, Ronald Reagan Academy School number 30 elementary and middle school band and orchestra performed a holiday concert at the Riverton Nursing Home and the Rehabilitation Center in Rahway, New Jersey. And on December 16, Terrence C. Riley, School number 7, musical notes comprising members of the middle school chorus and the Riley Dance Ensemble made a special visit to Second Home Adult Medical Daycare to spread holiday joy through song and dance. You can all log on to our website at www.epsnj.org to track the excellent opportunities, the excellent experiences that our children receive every day in school. You can read about the fact that this board does not raise your taxes in the past school year, that they have one of the best high schools in the state of New Jersey, and they have 3 national blue ribbon schools. That concludes my report, Mr. Vice President.
Thank you, Mr. Munoz. Mr. Kennedy, will you lead us through the rest of the agenda?
Thank you. Tab 5, authorization report.
Move the report. Second.
Moved by Mr. Donoso, second by Mr. Gonzalez. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos.
Yes.
Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Donoso.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nasca.
Yes.
5A, supplemental authorization report.
Move the report.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Gonzalez, second by Mr. Pereira. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos.
Yes.
Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Donoso.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nasca.
Yes.
5B, supplemental authorization report.
Move the report.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Donoso, seconded by Mr. Pereira. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos.
Yes.
Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denoso.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Or Nasca.
Yes.
6, authorization to pay vouchers.
The vouchers.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Gonzalez, seconded by Mr. Pereira. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos.
Yes.
Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denoso.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nasca.
Yes.
6A, transfer funds.
Transfer the funds.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Castillo, seconded by Mr. Donoso. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos.
Yes.
Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denoso.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nasca.
Yes.
7, award of contracts report.
Move the report.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Donoso, seconded by Ms. Castillo. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos.
Yes.
Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denoso.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nasca.
Yes.
7A, supplemental awards of contracts.
Move the report.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Donoso, seconded by Mr. De Silva. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Ms. Kennedy.
Burgos.
Yes.
Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denoso.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nasca.
Yes.
Tab 8, miscellaneous communications, there are none. Tab 9, claims list.
Move the report.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Donoso, seconded by Mr. Gonzalez. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call, Ms. Kennedy.
Burgos.
Yes, sir.
Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denoso.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes. With abstention on page 16.
Nasca.
Yes.
Some resolutions.
Mr. Donoso, will you read resolution number 10, please?
My pleasure. Board of Education Resolution, African American Heritage Month. Whereas African Americans have played a high, significant role in the development of our great democratic society and in all aspects of national, state, and local life. And whereas the Elizabeth Board of Education recognizes that it is within the school community that pride in our nation's history and an appreciation for the experiences and contributions of men and women of all racial, religious, and ethnic groups are developed, and whereas assisting students in the acquisition of accurate information and the development of positive concepts concerning African American history is an integral part of our curriculum. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the month of February 2012 be designated as African American Heritage Month to promote awareness of the valuable contributions of African Americans, past and present, to all aspects of American life. Be it further resolved that copies of this resolution be forwarded to all principals and librarians in the Elizabeth Public Schools to encourage the development of programs, activities, and displays in recognition of the important role African American men and women have played in the birth, growth, and development of our country. I move the resolution.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Donoso, second by Mr. Gonzalez. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos.
Yes.
Castilla.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denosa.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nazca.
Yes. Mr. Pereira, will you read 10A, please?
Sure, Mr. Vice President. Board of Education Resolution, Career and Technical Education Month. Whereas career and technical education programs seek to assist students in attaining a maximum level of achievement in the fulfillment of their potential as human beings. And whereas our schools are designed to assist each student in developing economic independence along with civic and social responsibility. And whereas our career and technical education programs guide our students in their pursuit of occupational and academic excellence, assist them in acquisition of entry-level skills, and lead them to aspire to meaningful careers. Now therefore be it resolved that the members of the Elizabeth Board of Education do hereby proclaim the week of February 2012 as Career and Technical Education Month, and urge all citizens to visit our occupation technical classes to observe the ability and skills of our youngsters and the state-of-the-art technology that is an integral part of these programs. Be it further resolved that copies of this resolution be forwarded to all principals and librarians in the Elizabeth Public Schools to encourage student interest in occupational technical programs and to focus attention on all of our program offerings during Career and Technical Education Month. I move the resolution.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Pereira, second by Mr. De Silva. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos.
Yes.
Castilla.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denosa.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nazca.
Yes. Mr. Gonzalez, will you read 10B, please?
With pleasure. Board of Education Resolution. Whereas Harriet Tubman was born into slavery in 1820 in Dorchester County, Maryland. And whereas in her youth, Harriet Tubman served as a field hand and a house servant on a Maryland plantation. And whereas Harriet Tubman's burning quest for independence and dignity led to her decision to run away, traveling more than 100 miles to escape from slavery. And whereas, despite the excitement of personal freedom, Harriet Tubman was saddened by the knowledge that her friends and family were still living as slaves. And whereas Harriet Tubman, with courage and determination, worked to establish the Underground Railroad, a network of routes throughout forests and fields and across rivers which offers safe passage to escaping slaves. And whereas Harriet Tubman personally made a total of 19 journeys to lead more than 300 slaves, including her parents, to freedom. And whereas Harriet Tubman has earned the love, respect, and admiration of our nation for her role as a Moses of the black people. Now therefore be it resolved that appropriate studies and activities be planned in all of our district schools to honor Harriet Tubman, a woman whose life was dedicated to assisting others achieve the freedom and independence so important to the human spirit. Be it further resolved that copies of this resolution be forwarded to all principals and media specialists in the Elizabeth Public Schools. I move this resolution.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Gonzalez, second by Mr. Pereira. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos.
Yes.
Castilla.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denosa.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nazca.
Yes. Mr. De Silva, will you please read 10C?
Yes, Mr. Nestor. Board of Education Resolution, Children's Dental Health Month. Whereas the Elizabeth Board of Education recognizes the importance of Children's Dental Health Month, which is observed nationwide during the month of February. And whereas the Elizabeth Board of Education is aware that observance of Children's Dental Health Month helps to emphasize the need to establish good dental health habits early in life. And whereas early recognition of importance of regular checkups will promote good dental hygiene in adulthood. Now therefore be it resolved that the members of the Elizabeth Board of Education do hereby proclaim the month of February 2012 as Children's Dental Health Month to foster the development of good health in children and adults. Be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be forwarded to all principals, librarians, and nurses in the Elizabeth Public Schools to encourage continual instruction about good dental health habits. I move this resolution.
Second.
Moved by Mr. De Silva, second by Ms. Castillo. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos. Yes. Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denosa.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nazca.
Yes. Ms. Castillo, will you read 10D, please?
Board of Education Resolution, National Schools Council Week, where school counselors have a significant impact on the lives of our children, directing them in positive directions and leading them to successful futures, and whereas the dedicated service of guidance counselors and the relationship they forge with their students go beyond the surface of education, rooting deeper into the personal lives of their students by offering their compassion, empathy, and whereas school counselors help develop students in the pathway they travel towards prominence by helping select classes for student schedules, walking students through the college admissions and career choices process, and communicating with their students in a warm, friendly manner. And whereas school counselors help parents focus on ways to further their education, personal and social growth of their children, and with school counselors work with teachers and other educators to help students explore their potential and set realistic goals for themselves, and where school counselors serve as a valuable resource to our children in creating well-adjusted ladies and young men who become upstanding members of our community and society as a whole. And now there be resolved as a sign of appreciation and recognition for the outstanding and invaluable work of guidance counselors. The Elizabeth Board of Education hereby proclaims the week of February 16, 2012 as National School Counseling Week. It urges members of the community to acknowledge the wonderful job our school counselors perform to ensure the advancement of our children towards a brighter and prosperous future. Be further resolved that copies of this resolution be forwarded to all principals and media specialists to encourage the observance of National School Counseling Week in our district school. I so move this resolution.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Castillo, second by Mr. De Silva. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos.
Yes.
Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denosa.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nazca.
Yes.
10E, Resolution Amendment of New Jersey School Boards Association Insurance Group Bylaws.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Gonzalez, second by Mr. De Silva. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos.
Yes.
Castillo.
Yes.
Silva.
Yes.
Denosa.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nazca.
Yes.
That concludes the agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. At this time, the microphones are open for public comment to those who have signed in prior to this session. I shall call individuals to the microphone based on the order of the sign-in. Each statement made by the participant shall be limited to 3 minutes in duration. The total time of public comment shall be limited to 60 minutes. No individual is able to yield their time to another individual. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. No participant may address or question board members individually. The following rules for public participation shall apply. Time limits will be strictly enforced. No personal attacks on individuals. No vulgar or indecent language. A person may address the board no more than once during a single meeting. Speakers should refrain from naming individuals. Comments or questions posed during public participation will not be debated. As a reminder, this is a meeting of the board in public, not a meeting of the public. I would like to call Susan Centeno, 644 Trumbull Street. Now, Susan, I see that you signed in with Shannon Murphy and Elvis Akbar. Are you guys speaking together or individually? Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening.
All right. This is basically to present an organization that we just started, myself and my co-founder, Shannon Murphy. Basically, we wanted to present it to the Board of Education. We've already presented it to the City of Elizabeth. We want to see if the Board of Education can provide us with some of the students, the ones that need to volunteer for, exactly, for graduating to the next level, which would be college for them. It's to start off by cleaning up the port area of Elizabeth. We want to beautify it. We want to make it look exactly like every other part of Elizabeth. Also, Shannon would like to add about the whole beautifying part, but that will come later on. For me, it's basically constructing, building, and also taking over, I guess, all of the port area, if you guys would allow. I'm sorry, I believe that my partner was supposed to speak, but I guess I'll keep going. Also, we'd like to see if you guys would basically be on board with taking a moment outside of these premises where I can actually have it drawn up for you all to see actually the breakdown of it, the analysis, and who we would need in part of that. From all the buildings, from when I graduated, I see now that it has changed, and your model basically is excellence, and this is what I want to perform. Having excellent volunteers, also with them partnering with the juvenile delinquents that have been taken away from the schools, see if they can actually partner with them and show them how that excellence can provide them in the future of their adult lives. Also, since they would be going to college, they would be away from our town. Coming back to see it, how they had formed it and started, it would be exactly how I've been. I left my town, came back, and I see where we've excelled and where we've become, I guess, unified, but I also see the errors and trials that we've left behind. And as a former student of Elizabeth High School, one of the first students of our first academy, Westminster, school number 26, I want to see my town become one. As you guys are and how the city councilmen are one, I want to see just the normal citizens like myself and Shannon Murphy become one and actually change everything. Every little part, even the little nooks and crannies, the little cracks in our sidewalks, the ones that don't want to feel like they have to uphold their citizenship here in Elizabeth. I want to imitate other towns that, I guess, in through out, meaning schooling system and city. That's how I exactly want to do it. And me being 22, I want to be 30 and come back and see my town brand new, like a clean slate, looking exactly like these schools, modeled after what you guys believe is beautiful, what is excellent, what is, the best we can provide for our children.
Thank you for your comments.
Ms. Centeno? And Ms. Murphy, before you leave tonight, make sure you see Mrs. Barrett here in the red coat. She's the assistant superintendent. She's in charge of the 6 high schools. And as you rightly pointed out, in order for a student in the Elizabeth Public Schools to graduate from one of our 6 high schools, they have to perform 60 hours of community service. So it looks like there might be an opportunity to talk about your proposal. So the best thing is to converse with Mrs. Barrett to see what are the pieces we have to have in place to make something like this happen. Just a side note, I'm happy you're one of my former students. I think you will discover as you grow older and experience things that one person can make a difference, can change the world. So having a great vision often gets the ball rolling, and then using that vision and telling stories and conveying it to as many people that can help you fulfill it is the challenge, but it's also the great reward. So push hard, push consistent, don't give up, keep pushing your message, and before you leave tonight, Mrs. Barrett can take all the information. You guys can organize a meeting, okay?
Thank you.
Great job, ladies. As I mentioned the other night, I think you guys have an excellent opportunity to do something different, so keep up the good work. Next, I'd like to call Jose Rodriguez, 610 Jackson Avenue. Jose Rodriguez, 610 Jackson Avenue. Going once, twice. Okay. At this time, I close the public comment portion of this meeting. The Vice President requests a motion to go into private session to consider matters exempt under the Open Public Meetings Act, specifically for discussion of personnel, specifically of DC and reorganization, LL, supplemental personnel reports, harassment, intimidation, and bullying results, and workers' compensation claims, specifically GD, MD, JM, LF, PC, TT, EC, LG, and EG. The board will reconvene in public to take formal action. Can I have a motion?
Motion to go into private?
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Donoso, second by Ms. Castillo. Any questions or comments? Roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos. Yes, sir. Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Donoso.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Nazca.
Yes. We are now in private.